Blue.
Who's ready for some girl chat? I am. All right. First up, CNN reported last week when a South Carolina Target cashier allegedly asked a 2-year-old little girl to reconsider her doll choice when the doll's skin color didn't match the little girl's. 2-year-old Sophia Benner picked out an African-American doll as a reward for completing potty training. Yes.
Love that.
You know that's not easy.
They deserve a prize.
Yes. And when she went to buy her, the cashier reportedly asked her if she was sure that that was the doll she wanted, asking if she'd rather have a doll that looked like her. Well, Sophia defended her doll choice by saying, quote, "She does look like me. She's a doctor. I'm a doctor." I like this one.
Yeah.
Me too.
She's a pretty girl, and I'm a pretty girl.
Yep, that's right.
So are you guys surprised by Sophia's reaction to this cashier?
Love
Well,
it.
let me
I love
first
it
say
too.
that I saw this on theroot.com, so thank you to theroot.com. I posted it.
Yes, and I loved it on your page.
yes.
And
I
then the Shade
commented.
Room posted it, so you know if the Shade Room posted it, it was a good story.
Yes.
And I just want to say to Sophia and to Sophia's mom, the next time Sophia does something great, I'm buying her a doll, okay?
Yes.
It's on me. 'Cause that,
I love that.
she's a great little girl.
She
and
is.
It just enlightened me a
Yes.
lot.
Sophia highlights what all kids think up into a certain age when
It's
they're
true.
taught to see race.
Differently, yeah.
Because I wish I go back to that mentality where everybody is just a person. You don't see color. And right? It's an amazing time of your life.
Yeah.
If you ask any kid in kindergarten or any kid in preschool, like, what race is your best friend? They're gonna look at you cross-eyed like, huh? What?
Yeah.
They just don't understand things like that. And at the same time, though, I don't think that the cashier was racist by any means. I think that the cashier wanted...
Wait a minute.
No, seriously. Because I think as a mom, I could see the side of you also wanting to have a doll that looks like you, because I also, at a
But
certain age...
she's
when I
not the
start-
mother, though, Jean.
Yeah.
She's the cashier. Stay
I
in
know.
the cashier's
I know.
place. All right?
No, stay in the cashier's place. No, you're just asking, like, I hope you think you can be a doctor. Like, I know, I'm looking at the grass is greener side, but the grass is green because I water it over here. I'm saying I would encourage kids to also get dolls to look like them, so you know that you can do it as well as every other doll out there and every other job trait that's out there.
I think the only thing
how I
that's
think.
different in this is that the little girl picked that doll out for herself.
Yeah, that's the
Do you
one
see
she
what I'm-
wanted.
That's the one that she
Yeah.
wanted. And for me, when because my daughter has Araya, will be 2 July 1st.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Oh,
Children conceptualize color in a different way. They do know color because they learn, like what's blue, what's red. However, they don't know race.
Correct.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like my son, he says, he has a really cool friend in preschool, and he says his daddy is brown, but he doesn't. It's not like his daddy is different from his dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
My husband is white, so they don't conceptualize that way.
Yeah.
However, when I do give my daughter dolls, she has all different types of colors of dolls. She has a white doll, she has a Latina doll.
Does she have
has
an
a black
Asian doll?
She doesn't have an Asian doll yet, but you know what? You can get her one.
There you
she's
go.
only 2. I mean, she's not even 2 yet, but yes, you can get her one.
Let's get back to this cashier, because I feel something about what I meant, and what I'm saying is, it's a cashier's job to just cashier.
How much does the doll
It's not
cost?
for you to give. If you go to a grocery store, right? If I go to a grocery store, I don't need a cashier telling me, you don't need all that bread. No, that's not your place.
Yeah.
Or if
That's what I'm
like
saying.
tampons, sweetie, I think you have a heavier flow.
Yeah.
You sure you want them
You need
big?
the extra heavy pads. It's like that's all I mean. It's
Yes.
you're not her mom. Let her.
Okay, yes, I hear you. And here's the only reason why I'm saying something, and I wasn't there, so I have to be there to feel the situation, because we don't want to take things out of, context.
Right.
However, I just want to be careful that the word racist isn't thrown so easily around just because someone makes maybe a ignorant move, right? Ignorance is different from racism, right? We all learn somewhere where we're like, oh, we shouldn't say that. And when I take my nieces to the American Girl store, the clerk, the person that helps us, I have a Guatemalan niece, he takes her to the area where they have dolls that look Hispanic. Like, he just naturally does. Or I've been taken to the dolls that look Asian. Like, it just happens.
But that's
you know?
a doll store. We're not talking about
But I'm just saying,
But
people
she's
sometimes
saying-
will think that, oh, you want to get somebody who looks like you. I understand, because we are a specialty now where we don't have to have Barbies that are just white.
Yes.
So I just think that, I wonder if the cashier is doing
I'm
that, but I
just glad
understand.
that
Yeah,
a
check it.
2-year-old schooled her. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I think why people love this story so much is because it proves the fact that racism or prejudice sometimes is taught.
It's
Yes.
taught.
Yes.
That it's taught. That
Exactly.
children don't see that. We are taught that, okay, this person is that race and you are this race. But I actually love what you said, Tam, where you buy children all different kinds of race dolls. We do that in my family with my nieces, you know, because you also don't want them to get, and this is real, too much of what they don't look like as
Yes.
well. If you get what I'm saying, especially
Right.
for women of color and children of color, sometimes they're not as represented, whether it's in television, in animated series,
age.
you know, where, you know, there might be not that many Asian little girls on TV. So you don't want her to feel like, you know, I keep getting a doll with blonde hair, blue eyes. Why do all the dolls look like this and none of the dolls look like me? I know that there have been some children that have experienced that, and it's important to give them an array of options
Yes.
and remind them that all of the dolls are beautiful and all the people of different races are beautiful.
exactly. All right, well, speaking of looks, there's a new trend guys are embracing all over Twitter, stealing their girlfriend's head wraps.
What?
That's right. Men like Marcus McNeil got fed up with his girlfriend stealing all his hoodies, so he decided to steal her head wrap in response.
He nailed that rap.
The
dude.
men are embracing Marcus's movement, with a lot of people actually impressed with these guys' rapping skills.
Yeah, that looked really good.
Check this one out. It's from @Tastefully Nasty Skill. He just went all overboard.
That was a long rap.
The sheet? He took that a roll.
I know.
That's a fitted sheet
It
to
looked
a
like
bag.
an ice cream on top of his head. Ice cream scoop. You know, then
That's
you
funny.
have one from Jesse Muchai.
Okay.
Yeah, you
nice.
like the little color on it. Little
Guys,
bun.
I don't think this actually looks feminine at all. I think you think it looks feminine? Somebody said yes, it does.
Yeah.
You do?
Adrian, you're kidding right now. If Israel walked into
No,
your
I'm
date,
saying culturally, when I went to India, there were men
Oh,
that
yeah,
wore
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Yes,
it
of
didn't
course.
look.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it
they
looked
don't
that.
wear them like they don't wear
Okay,
'em.
this is obviously a little excessive. This
Yeah,
is
that-
a bed sheet on his head.
I mean, they have diadems and head wraps,
Yeah.
you know, when you're talking about the other cultures that
Yeah.
they wrap up, but they usually don't do it like
I'm just
that with
impressed
the
that
bow
they could wrap it like that,
this.
because it takes a skill to get it right.
does.
Yeah, that's,
dope.
you know.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember I had a picture with Araya and I? Do you remember
That
that
was
picture?
the cutest
That was
thing
Yes,
ever.
cutest.
and that was hard. I had to do that on my baby's head, so props to those guys. for doing
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
It takes some skill.
Now, what do you think about them, getting revenge
It's so funny.
from their girlfriends by stealing their clothes?
Yo,
Anybody
anybody else?
else having fun with it?
Yeah, of course.
Don't
of course.
steal my clothes. I'm concerned if you're stealing my clothes.
Don't wear my panties. I know that.
Don't wear my
much.
panties.
Don't.
Yeah.
How
no,
about
I
we
wouldn't
don't?
want Adam wearing my panties. No.
I think a
that
lot
would
of
not
guys
be
like
cute.
it when girls steal their clothes. I think there's nothing sexier than a girl in like a ribbed man's white tee, no bra. And their underwear is rolled or boxers rolled up, and you cooking in the kitchen with like a bun in your hair, just natural. I'm painting a picture. You
I
feel
know,
it,
you
right?
sure
I
are.
do that as well.
That's sexy.
I do.
Yeah.
I always like to use Adam's big sweatshirts because
Yeah.
they kind of look like really cute dresses.
Yeah.
But I also like Adam's socks. He has bigger feet than I do. But
Do you
think
steal your-
I do.
Yes.
I do it too.
Me too.
That's
I don't know why they don't fit, but they just feel so
And
comfortable.
they always have clean socks when I run out.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
good.
I thought I was weird. Thank you.
But do you take too many of his socks and then he doesn't have socks when he needs them?
No, Adam has tons of socks, so
Oh,
he's
shoot, I'm
he's
going
good.
to Adam's drawer.
He doesn't even
Hey,
notice that I
hey.
take them.
Dude, that's crazy.
Do you steal any of your guys, and then the other guys be like, "Whose hoodie do you have on?"
You know, I have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Too. That's why I give them back their clothes when they done. You know.
You're like, "It's been real.
Yeah.
I wore your hoodie for the last 14 hours, but you
Take
can have
it,
it back
take
now."
it.
Oh my God, that's so
That is
funny.
funny.
You know what J. Cole says? I'm gonna need my shirt back, right? What Jay tell you? I'm gonna need me my shirt,
But
I'll
in
give it
that
back.
process, it looks hot.
Yeah, that is.
I like
cute.
it.
Yeah.
I like the things that women do that men just kind of have to live with. Like, one of them for me is like, anytime Freddie wants to order something and he's like, "Are you going to eat some too?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not that hungry. I'm just going to stick to my salad." Who is the one gnawing that chicken bone at the end of the meal?
We steal their food
all the time.
We steal their hoodies. If you're out at night and you didn't bring a jacket like you should have because you want to look cute and you know it's cold outside, but by the end of the night you just can't take it anymore. You're taking their jacket.
Yes.
Do you guys
Yeah,
steal
that's romantic.
your guys' razors? I do that
Yes, all the time.
And do you sometimes forget to clean them?
Yep.
Does that matter?
Yes. There's a difference
you
between
do.
his tiny shave and,
And
your. Yeah.
Girl, what you got that's growing like this?
Adrian.
No,
I swear, no, you just changed the head.
Okay, but if you don't have time for that, when you
pop
just
out the head.
I forget to change the head.
When you just sneak it real quick and you just gotta.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
don't forget a one straggly friend. See, everybody's trying to act too fake up in here. But it's real.
Yeah. No,
She said, and them hairs be like this. I'm like, what hairs be like this?
Sometimes you forget.
Have you ever had a guy stay over, this is before you got married,
Yeah.
and he take your toothbrush and use it?
Oh, no.
I've seen it.
You don't share?
I've seen him go for it, and at that point, I'm like, nah, bro.
Okay.
We're not that
Wait
close.
a minute.
Yeah.
Adrian?
No, you don't share toothbrush.
Wait, you guys.
Friend,
no. Adrian just asked me, you don't share? I don't share Adam's toothbrush.
No.
Girl, that's nasty.
Y'all bugging. The Bible said we became one, and I believe it.
No.
Yo, you're bugging. You use some Listerine, you clean it, and when you're in a I would rather use
Adrian.
I would rather use my husband's toothbrush than
That
be walking
is
around with a
gross.
funky mouth. If there's no other toothbrush, I'm brushing
Or
my
you
teeth.
can go to the dollar store and get one for $1.
Have you heard of using...
I'm not leaving my hotel room to go to the dollar store to get a toothbrush.
I have
Why
an
are you
easier
traveling with a
solution.
toothbrush?
You forgot.
Guys, an easier solution. A, just use a washcloth.
Nah, the way I make out with my husband, it don't make no
It works.
difference.
It does.
Oh my God! Wait,
It
we're
is-
talking
You
about
want to
plaque.
share? So you share your husband? You know when they clean their tongue? When they brush
out
their
of his
tongue?
corners of his mouth. Yes,
See,
I don't
this is-
care.
We're gonna pray for Adrian before we take a break.
Wait, how many of you guys
The
would
one
use
solution is, if you're single, have multiple toothbrushes just to the side.
If you're married, you can use your husband's toothbrush.
No, they
You
also
make out with him. Your mouth is doing worse. Your mouth has been worse places than the toothbrush, okay? That's the truth. You've done that, but you won't use the toothbrush?
Yes.
I like that clean. I'm not gonna do that after he uses the bathroom. I'm not gonna do that. It has to be clean.
I feel like I need mouthwash so bad right now. Right now.
The solution to all of this is just buy yourself a travel toothbrush, okay? That's it. That's it.
Okay, anyway, before we take a break, we would just like to recognize that April is Autism Awareness Month. Yes. Every year, 1 in 68 children is born with some variation of autism. And today, April 10th, on HBO, Sesame Street will introduce their newest character, Julia, a little girl who has autism. That is amazing. It is. So according to HBO, Julia aims to help viewers have a better understanding of autism, because we all work better when we understand one another,
Yeah.
right? And the behavioral characteristics that go along with it. Julia's inclusion in the show is also designed to reduce stigma and increase awareness and understanding of autism.
Yes.
Because of general
Great.
health. This
Great.
is amazing. I watched every episode of Sesame Street.
Yes,
They
I
were
learned
all my
English.
friends. Yes.
Thank you, Maria.
Yes, absolutely. And what I love is I really didn't understand autism until my very best friend, Steven Grossman, is doing the most amazing job of raising little Graydon, who is now 7 years old,
Yes.
and one of the smartest kids I've ever met, who also happens to have autism. And I didn't recognize the blessings that an autistic child has, along with some of the challenges, because a lot of the educational system don't shape themselves to help children with special needs. I mean, right now, Stephen is limited to where he can live. He wanted to move right next door to me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I'm excited. But he's like, there's no educational system there for special needs kids. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So hopefully, Julia, you and Sesame Street, you guys are changing the world so
Yes.
that we understand
Break
the
barriers.
needs of our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So The Sesame Street episode will also be available for free on the HBO Kids YouTube channel for those who don't have an HBO subscription.
That's nice.
Yes,
Thank you,
great,
Sesame
great.
Street. For more information about autism or to find local resources that can help, visit www.autismspeaks.org.